Hello, my name is Michael Snape. I'm a past president of the Ecclesiastical History Society, and I've come to the Royal Army Chaplains Museum in Shrivenham to say a few words about my new book, Embattled Belief, Religion and the British Army from Korea to Afghanistan.
I'm David Blake, the curator and archivist of the Royal Army Chaplains Museum here at Shrivenham.
Embattled Belief is the last of a trilogy of books on the history of religion in the British Army from the early 18th century to the 2020s. And Embattled Belief isn't simply a study of chaplaincy, it's a study of the religious culture of the army in general, the role of chaplaincy, the evolution of chaplaincy since the 1950s, the diversification of chaplaincy, and it also covers the importance of religion as a force on operations, the significance of religious factors in operations ranging from Northern Ireland to Afghanistan, and it also includes a section on the role of the chaplain and the role of religion in forming the moral compass of the army, both in terms of how it relates to its operations and how that moral compass also relates to the ordering of its internal affairs. So it's a broader study than just chaplaincy, though obviously chaplaincy is a central and formative agency in the history of religion in the army over this period. Embattled Belief draws heavily on the collections here at the Royal Army Chaplains Museum. These collections include photographs, documents, printed memoranda, and rare books which cover the history of religion and chaplaincy in the British Army over this period. And it's not only the collections that have been invaluable to the production of Embattled Belief, it's also the person behind the collections, Mr. David Blake. So I'd just like to ask you, David, how you see your role as an archivist at the Royal Army Chaplains Museum.
Firstly, I'd see it as custodian of the material culture of the Royal Army Chaplains Department, such as photographs, books, documents, etc. But also the corporate memory of the people who have served.
Okay. And you played a particular role in promoting not only the publication of many books and the writing of many dissertations and theses, but you've also been instrumental in shaping and taking forward the annual Beckett House Conference on Religion and War in the Modern World. So in the 20 years that you've been here, an awful lot has happened in the historiography of religion in the British Army. And obviously you played a key role in making all this happen. So what relationship do you think an archivist, a good archivist, should have with a historical researcher?
I think it's definitely should be a partnership, and my experience is if that partnership then develops into a friendship, it can be even more rewarding for both parties. And another thing that I do enjoy doing is linking up researchers. Quite often researchers will be working on their own, but I can say, well, somebody else is working on a similar subject to yours and you might like to speak to them, and if that relationship develops as well, that's where the network starts to grow.
So far beyond simply curating this material, you've also been able to build a network of researchers in the subject area, which has led to, a flourishing of research on this particular theme. Could you just reflect on what things were like 20 years ago in this subject area?
20 years ago, there were 2 or 3 people who'd carried out research. Some had published, and quite often they were unknown to each other. And over the years, we've developed the network, we've developed the conference, and these people are now friends who exchange emails, Christmas cards and such like. So I think the whole area of research has become very healthy.
Certainly a very collaborative spirit abroad, David, and you've been hugely influential in making that happen. And Also, your contribution to this field has been recognised recently by the award of a fellowship of the Ecclesiastical History Society, which I think is the first that has gone to an archivist. And I think this is very richly deserved. And so many congratulations on that. And if I may, speaking of the part, as it were, of the professional or academic historian, I'd like to thank you as a representative of the archival profession for being part of that strong backbone of historical studies, i.e. the archival profession, without whom, of course, our discipline would be impossible. So thank you very much for that, David.
It's certainly a great honour to receive the fellowship of the Ecclesiastical History Society, and quite humbling to know that I've joined a group of very well-known church historians.
Well, we're very grateful, David, and it's very well deserved. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Please do visit the Royal Army Chaplains Museum at Shrivenham. David will be your genial host, and we do hope that you found this video interesting and hopefully encouraging. Thank you very much.